Hi, I'm Jeff Vogel from Grand Junction, Colorado. I'm going to be posting a series of 7 series Bernina tips that all the 7 series owners will really get a lot of use out of. Tips that maybe are deep in the manual or whatever, but these are things that I have found from my owners and from selling them in the store that will really help you appreciate your machine even more. Today's tip is on the top threading and what goes on when you see the back of your machine when you're using a embroidery thread or a big spool thread. When this sews, this loop of thread gets lower and lower and will come out of the top tension unit and come across like this. So when you're sewing or embroidering, all of a sudden your machine will stop saying there's no thread on top and you'll have to back up, and it's just a real frustration. So I'm going to show you the 3 methods to alleviate this. 2 of them are from Bernina and 1 is my special tip. So watch this all the way through because I have a very inexpensive tip that alleviates this issue. First method, Bernina wants you to take your spool and put a thread net on it. This keeps the thread from having any slack. So get a thread net, put it over your wrist, grab the back of your spool, put it over your spool, back on the spool pin. And when you're embroidering, you have 27 colors of thread, you're over this pretty quick. So I love this small little mini spool cap for these type of threads. It slides right in there and will not snag on the spool cap. So that's even a special tip that I wasn't even planning on. So now this thread net will keep this thread from getting any slack. So when it's sewing and threading and cutting the threads, it won't snag all the way down like this. Number 2 is to purchase a thread multi-spool holder. You can get these at your dealer. They run a little over $100. If you're a big embroiderer or if you do a lot of quilting, this is a really nice feature to have. You can put all your colors you're going to use kind of in a row ready to go, and it goes up over here through a little guide and then into your thread system, and you will not get those slack and loops in there. Now for my special little tip, I use a Wonder Clip. You get them from Clover. You can get these at any quilt shop or sewing place. And I take a clip and a command strip. You can buy these command strips at Targets or whatever else. Or if you have extras left over from the little hooks you purchase, take the command strip. I get 2 uses out of 1. Take this, put it on the back of your clip with the opening side upward. Stick it onto your clip. Now peel your sticky part off, and you want to put it between the handle and this screw hole fairly high on the back of your machine. Now when you thread your machine, just lift that clip open, and I guarantee this slack will not make it come out of your upper thread unit. And it's quick, easy, it only takes a half a second when you're threading. If you've got all those changes in embroidery, whatever, this really alleviates that little potential of that thread coming out of the upper tension unit. Thank you much. This is Bernina Jeff from Grand Junction, Colorado. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing these tips about once a week. I have a whole list I'm ready to do. Thanks.